Hey y'all, Golden TCG here with another episode. Today I wanted to give some background on why I started Golden TCG. Not a whole lot to it. I guess I've been in Pokemon for a little bit. I wanted to get into why I started it and what makes us different. And I guess I'll start with why I wanted to do it. I've been in Pokemon for a little bit. I've had a lot of fun ripping it, collecting it, selling it, all that kind of stuff. And I thought that one way to fund all of that, I guess, would be to start a business. And I did that. Didn't have a website for a little bit, sold in TCG and eBay, which I still do. And then had this idea of wanting to be more unique and reward people for ripping and getting big hits, and that's like our differentiator, I believe, in the market. I don't see anyone else doing it. I got inspiration from watching Rip and Ships where they have bounties sometimes, and I was like, I think that that could be adopted to an online store. And I guess a little bit of a tangent or just some added context for anyone who plays fantasy sports. Normally there's prizes for first, second, third. I'm a big fan of the format where first gets almost everything and then second place gets their buyback in. And I think that's kind of what this model is, for better or for worse, is that if you get a box from us and rip it and you get the bounty, you get another booster box. You're winning and then you're winning again. So it's really just a double down on that. And that is what I find interesting and fun. And I know there's people out there who enjoy the same. And I guess obviously it is a thing on in the rip and ship community, so more people like it, and I don't see why it can't be adopted to an online store. Obviously, there's more work with the verification aspect of things, but I don't think that's a big deal, and I think it's totally doable, and I'm gonna try it or fail trying. At this point, I'm not afraid of failing because I tried. I'm afraid of failing because I didn't try, and this is one of my shots to see how it goes. But I think this format's interesting. Maybe it doesn't work out. Maybe it goes horribly. But I hope a lot of people hit the bounty along the way. That is a goal of mine. It's why I make the prize like another booster box, because I want to see people hit it and try it. And I think getting a bounty card is hard, and I think the reward for that should show that. And if that needs to be adjusted to be bigger in the future or smaller, I think if anything, it'll get bigger. I'm more than willing to make these changes. I've tried to adjust the price point to make sense for the booster box payout. And maybe the question is not so much the price of the booster box fitting the payout, but making the payout bigger. We're going to find out as more sales go through and we get feedback. This is really just an idea and a theory that is being put out there that needs to be tested in the real world. So as more people go to our website and rip, and we get more data and user feedback, I'm more than happy to make these things just like ridiculous for the payouts. If the maths, like I'm more than happy to do that. So thank you all for coming back to another episode. I hope you enjoyed me ripping this Gem Pack Volume 4 box. I did not get the bounty myself, sadly, but I just have a lot of fun ripping Chinese. I think the quality of the cards, I like that there's only 4 cards in the pack. There's not a lot of fluff like English, and that each card has a little bit of shine. It feels a little unique. I know it all kind of becomes bulk and is more worthless than English bulk, but I just like the feel for it. And my hot take, I think, with Chinese or anything that has a guaranteed hit, I think you get less overall because you're guaranteed one. So the chances of two are a lot lower. Where compared to English, you can open up a booster box, and I feel like you got a pretty good chance of hitting an SAR or multiple IRs. That's just a feeling, not a whole lot of data to back that up. But once you introduce a guarantee, I feel like your ceiling and floor get squished. But I think that's just the kind of chase mentality that I have, and I guess that shows in the business model. But like I said, thank you all for coming along for another episode, and happy to document this journey as we make progress. Buy our boxes at goldentradingcards.com. We ship within 2 business days. See you guys.